want to share with you my daily routine. This is my flow at these times. It's been getting me through the day. A great start to the morning. Kind of a whole body stretch. Nothing too strenuous. So just listen to my instructions and follow along. Okay, we start by breathing. I'm going to close the lips. Breathe in and out through the nose. Just going to stand with a straight spine. Feel the connection to the ground through the feet. Notice how the chest is moving as we breathe. Maybe the shoulders rising and falling. Trying to keep a relaxed face, relaxed forehead. Steady flowing inhales and exhales. Nice straight spine. And we're going to check in with the body and the mind. Take a quick scan of the body. Notice any aches, pains, discomforts. Similarly, check how you feel today. Just a couple more breaths like this. Make the next breath the deepest, longest yet. Completely fill the lungs. And completely, steadily empty the lungs as you exhale. We want to stay connected to this flow of breath throughout the practice. So the whole time we try and keep an awareness, steady flowing inhales and exhales coming through the nose, sending the breath down into the body as you inhale and then as you exhale, flowing back up. Let's begin. We're going to inhale, take the arms sideways, reach up towards the ceiling. Full lungs at the top. Try to make the elbows straight. And exhale, we're going to fold down. Knees slightly bent. The head becomes heavy. We'll take a couple of breaths here. Change. Breathe in. Inhale. We straighten the legs. Come up on the fingertips. Stretching the head and neck forward. Exhale, fold down. Hands on the floor. Step yourself back to high plank. 2 breaths here. Elbows straight. Fingers pressing down into the floor. Next, we're going to take our knees, chest and chin down to the floor. So we take the weight into the arms. The knees touch the floor first. Then the chest and chin around the same time. And the hips, the bum stays up in the air. We're going to take some breaths here. Change. We're going to slide forward into a cobra. Inhale. Push back. Child's pose on hands and knees. Take a breath in child's pose. Stretching the arms forward. Change back to all fours. Okay, preparing for downward dog. So we press all the fingers down into the floor. Every knuckle on every finger and every finger itself should be pressing down into the floor along with the palms of the hands. So we're going to start by sucking in the belly, tucking our toes into the floor, pressing the weight in the hands, and then we start to lift the knees off the floor, send the hips up towards the sky, and then push back with the hands so the biceps are next to the ears. We keep the knees slightly bent. The head is totally relaxed, looking between the feet, and now we start to walk the dog. So we pedal the feet, bending alternate knees, left and right. There's a slight twist, really slight twist to the spine as we shake our tail from side to side. All the time, steady breathing in and out through the nose. If it feels good to hold on one side, you can do that. Keep sucking in the belly, keep sending the hips up to the sky, keep pressing those fingers down into the floor, trying to straighten out the elbows, biceps next to the ears. You can bend both legs at the same time. And then we're just going to hold still and start to stretch the calves by pushing the heels down to the floor. Hold still. Relax the face, relax the forehead. Breathe. Change. Inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, we step ourselves or walk ourselves forward between the hands back into the fold. Change. Next inhale, we slowly come up, arms sideways, reach up, stretch up to the ceiling. Full lungs at the top. Exhale, hands down in prayer. Okay, let's make another sun salutation. Breathe in, arms sideways. This time a little quicker. Exhale, we're going to fold forward, soft knees. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, hands on the floor, step back to high plank. And as you're exhaling, lower yourself down through the press up. If this is hard, you can put your knees on the floor. Inhale, slide forward, upward dog. Exhale, put the toes on the ground, push back, downward dog. Inhale, look forward. You can walk yourself forward between the hands into the fold. Fully exhale and breathe in, stretch up, reach up, look up. Straight into the next one, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, step or jump back to high plank and lower yourself down whilst exhaling. Inhale, slide forward to upward dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back to downward dog. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, step or jump between the hands into the fold. Breathe in, come up, reach up, arms sideways, full lungs. One more time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step or jump back to high plank and lower yourself down whilst exhaling. Hover just above the ground. And then inhale, slide forward. Tuck the toes. Exhale, push backward. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the front into the fold. Breathe in, arms sideways, reach up, stretch up towards the ceiling. Full lungs and then exhale, hands into prayer. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, fold forward. This time, inhale, come up. Slightly different this time, step back with the right foot into a lunge. Breathe in. Lean backwards. Breathe out. Hands come down each side of the foot. Step ourselves back to high plank. Lower yourself down while exhaling. Inhale, slide forward, upward dog. Exhale, push back, downward dog. Gonna step the left foot forward again, so inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that foot back through to the lunge. Okay, hands behind the back. Interlock the fingers, breathe in, open the chest, roll back the shoulders. Full lungs in. 2 breaths. Change, breathe in, stretch up again. Full lungs at the top, slight back bend, and then exhale, hands come down. Back to the mat, and we're going to step the right foot in into a fold. Breathe in, stretch up, reach up. Breathe out, fold down. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. This time, exhale, step back the left foot into a lunge so the right leg is forward. Arms sideways, breathe in, stretch up. Lean back, and then breathe out. Hands down to the mat, either side of the foot, step back to high plank. Lower yourself down while exhaling it. Breathe in, upward dog. Breathe out, tuck the toes, push back down dog. Three-legged dog, lift up the right leg, keep that leg straight, and then step the foot forward between the hands. Hands go behind the back, interlock the fingers. Roll back the shoulders, breathe in, open the chest. 2 breaths. Change, inhale, arms sideways, reach up. Inhale, lean back, and then exhale, hands come down to the floor, each side of the foot, step the feet together into the fold. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, moving in to chair pose. Breathe in, stretch the hands up towards the ceiling. Nice straight spine. We're going to suck in the belly and engage the core. Keep the feet pressing together and then sit back into a chair. Take a look down that you can see the toes. You want to see your big toes in front of your knees. Now we start to look up. Trying to get the biceps next to the ears, suck in the belly, sending the tailbone down towards the floor. So we don't want to bum out like this. We want to suck in the belly and send the tailbone down. Keep stretching up, looking up, biceps next to the ears. Keep breathing steadily in and out through the nose. Drop down lower if you can. Keep looking up, breathing, stretching, hold it. Change, press up through the legs, bring the hands into prayer. Okay, let's go with chair pose with a twist. Breathe in, lengthen the spine. Breathe out, sit back into the chair again. Keep the legs squeezing together. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist to the right. We're going to hook the elbow on the knee. Press down into the palms. Trying to make a straight line with the arms and look over the right shoulder. Keep breathing. Feel a nice twist through the torso. Change. Exhale back to the center. Inhale back to standing. So I'm going to twist to the left so you can see the side view. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, sit down into the chair. Breathe in to lengthen. This time we twist to the left, hook the elbow on the knee. Keep breathing steadily. I'm going to change my position for you guys. So we look like this. Look over the shoulder and change. Exhale, back to the center. Inhale, back to standing. Take a breath. Change, going through warrior series. Put your hands on the hips. Straight spine, we're going to step back with the right foot. Big step back with the right foot. Okay, hands on the hip bones. Hip bones facing directly forward. The front foot should face straight ahead. The back foot roughly 45 degrees. Important thing is the hip bones face directly forward. Let's breathe in, stretch up. To warrior one. Biceps next to the ears. Back leg straight at the knee. Front leg bend. So we bend the front knee. Stretch up towards the ceiling, twist the right hip in, breathe steadily in and out through the nose. Take a look down at the front
big toe. You should be able to see the front big toe. If not, the knee needs to come out to the side. With the back foot, we press down through the outside edge of the back foot. So each time we breathe in, we try and stretch up, grow the spine upwards. As we're breathing out, maybe we can bend the front knee more and twist the right hip inwards. Feel an intense stretch up the right side of the body. On the next exhale, change to warrior two. So this time, our hips now twist, hips face the side, so the back foot is 90 degrees. I'm going to change the position so you guys can see where I'm at. The heels are in one straight line. Again, the back leg is locked out, the arms are shoulder height, palms down. We turn forward and we look just in front of the middle finger on the front hand. Breathe. Spine nice and straight. Try and drop your tailbone down towards the ground. Keep opening the hands in opposite directions to open the chest, compressing the shoulders at the back. Again, we look at the big toe on the front foot, maybe the knee needs to come out to the side. Change, breathe in, flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. Deep breaths, feel the chest expand. Back hand just rest gently on the thigh. Change, going to bring the forearm down, just gently rest it on the knee. The back hand sweeps round, up and over, leaning forward. So we're trying to get a straight line from my fingertips down the body towards the back leg. If you feel your shoulder dropping down, pull it back up. Breathe steadily. Challenge yourself by taking the weight out of the front arm if you want. Change. Going back to reverse warrior, this time with a straight front leg. Just one breath. Next is triangle, so back to warrior two arms. If you have a very wide stance like me, bring your legs slightly more together so they're just wider than the hips. Keep those arms nice and straight. Then we start to lean forward, stretch forward. The hips at the back pop out a little bit. When we can't lean anymore, hinge at the hips. Wherever the hand touches is where it stays, okay? Don't be tempted to think you have to go really low on this one. See, when I do this, this hip curls in. So a hip should be stacked on top of the legs, nice and flat. You can look down, forward, or straight up. Try and get a straight line between the top arm and the bottom arm. Press with your knuckles into the front shin to twist the torso round. Breathe steadily. Change on an inhale. Engage the core. Go back out the same way you went in. Hands on your hips. Step your feet together. So you should be at the front of the mat now. And we can do all that on the other side. So, but this time we take a big step back with the left foot. So the right foot should be slightly to the right side of the mat, and the left foot should be slightly to the left side of the mat. In warrior two, the feet are slightly offset. In warrior one, they're in a line. Okay, front foot forward, hip bones face forward. We breathe in, stretch up. We breathe out, bend the front knee. So let's do our checks. We can see the big toe on the front foot. The back leg is straight. We're pressing down through the back edge of the back foot and we twist this hip in. Reach up, stretch up. Try and lock up the arms. Bend the front knee. Breathe steadily. To go a little deeper, you can draw a line with the hands backwards. Turn this into a slight back bend. Keep stretching up. Relax the face, relax the forehead. One more breath, and on the exhale, change, warrior two. So, now the back foot is 90 degrees. Quick check, you can see the big toe again. Okay, I'm just going to change my position so you guys can see this from the side. So now look, the feet are in one straight line between the heels. Spine straight, drop the tailbone down, looking forward at the middle finger, just slightly in front of the middle finger. Steady breathe in. Keep stretching the arms in opposite directions. Change, flip the front palm. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Feel a nice stretch in the intercostal muscles. Next exhale, change. Forearm comes down, rest on the knee. Backhand sweeps to the back, up, over, stretch forward. Keep stretching the arm forward, lock out the elbow. Not too much weight going through with the forearm. Remember, keep the elbow stacked up. If you feel your elbow dropping down, pull it back. Breathe, look at the hand. Change, going back out the way we went in. One breath, straight front leg with reverse warrior. Change, ready for triangle. So, feet slightly wider than the hips. Warrior 2 feet, straight spine, breathe in. Breathe out, lean forward, hip comes out of the back slightly. When you can't lean anymore, you hinge at the hips. Wherever the hand touches, where it stays. Knuckles press into the shin, which allows this top arm to rotate upwards. Straight line between the top and bottom arms. You can look down, forward, or up. Breathe steadily in and out through the nose. Jaw relaxed, forehead relaxed. We're coming out on an inhale. Same way you went in, engage the core with control, nice and steady, back upright. Keep the arms where they are, wide leg forward fold. Front foot, we're going to turn it in. So now both our feet face the edge of the mat. Pigeon toe the feet slightly, so the big toes point in and the heels point out. Breathe in, nice and straight spine. Breathe out, try and fold forward slowly, keeping the spine really straight. When you feel the spine spot starting to round, that's when you stop. And take the hands down. Maybe you want to put them on the floor. A good place to put them is on the shins. Like in triangle, we press with the knuckles into the shins. And that helps me stretch my head and neck forward towards the camera. So think about someone pulling my head forward, which would stretch up my neck, and in turn stretch out the spine. So we use the breath to assist with that process. Each inhale, we try and stretch the head and neck forward, decompressing the spine, which creates space. Then as we exhale, we can fold down into that space. The knee should be locked out straight or slightly bent. If you know you have hyperflexible knees, keep a slight bend in those knees. So working with the breath, breathing in, making space, breathing out, folding down. Keep the weight spread evenly across the foot. We'll take 3 more breaths here. Change by inhaling, engaging the core, straight spine, come back upright, arms out to the side. Change, hands behind the back. We're going to interlock the fingers, breathe in, open the chest, roll back the shoulders. Breathe out, forward fold. So really trying to work into the shoulders this time. The spine can be slightly rounded. Keep breathing steadily. Really focus on how the shoulders feel and try and work into any tight spots. Change. Inhale, engage the core nice and slowly, come back upright. Arms out to the side. Now, different ways you can come in. You can heel toe the foot in, or you can take a big step. Exhale. Okay, moving on and into the balances. Got some single leg balances. If you need to take a quick sip of water, this is a good time to do that. Tree pose. Okay, we'll start with the right foot. So facing down into the floor. Just make sure you've got a good connection. Really need to be somewhat flat. Right now, it can be difficult if you're using jiu-jitsu mats which are quite soft and spongy. It's better to be on a hard surface. So, for all the balance poses, we always want to focus in front of us, some spot on the wall or on the window or something you can see outside maybe that you can fix your eyes upon to help with balance. So throughout the balance poses, we stay fixed on this viewpoint. We'll use the breath to help maintain balance. Let's start picking up the left foot. So you can place the left foot below the knee or above the knee on the inside of the thigh, just not on the knee itself. Start with the hands in prayer, and you can stay here. Breathe. As you inhale, your spine lengthens up towards the ceiling. If you want to go a step further, we're going to breathe in. Take the hands up towards the sky. Each inhale, try and grow the spine up. Keep the standing leg very strong, very stable, grounded down to the floor. Now really stretch up, breathe in, make the spine grow 2 or 3 inches up towards the ceiling. Final breath, change, slowly come back to the first position, change, release the foot. Switch sides. So again, we're grounding down with the foot. It's good to pick up the toes a few times. You feel down through the heel, across the whole foot, especially the big toe. We start to lift the right foot, take the weight into the left leg. Sole of the foot goes below the knee or above the knee. Trying to keep the hips nice and flat. So you can stay in this first position, or you can go to the next step, breathing in, stretching up. Focus on the breath. Focus your gaze on that point in front of you, something that isn't moving. So with each inhale, we try and grow a little bit more. Now really try and grow up. Fill the lungs, stretch up, reach up to the maximum, hold it. Slowly change. Hands come down, foot comes down, arms by the side. Okay, next one. I'm going to turn this way so you guys can see me. You can keep facing forward. Back to the right foot. We're going to take the left hand and pick up the outside of the left foot. Straight spine. The right leg is very straight as well. Come more into the center of the camera. Trying to keep the knees together at this point. So with this pose, I want to keep the hips square. I'm trying not to rotate the hip. We're going to breathe in. Stretch up with the right hand. We try and keep the bicep next to the ear throughout this pose. Next, we keep the straight spine, but we start to kick back the leg into the hand. Kicking, kicking, kicking. Once you kick as much as you can, then we start to lean forward slightly, trying to keep the bicep next to the ear and trying to keep the legs, the hips square. I don't want to rotate the knee out. The leg is going directly backwards. Keep kicking back and stretching forward in equal measure. This is balance. Breathing steadily. Standing leg is strong and stable, straight at the knee. Look up towards the hand. Take it to the maximum, hold it. Slowly change. Release the foot, drop down the right hand, and let's switch sides. So this time I will face forward. Going to base down with the left foot, pick up the right foot. Trying to get the knees together here. Spine is straight, hips are level. Let's begin. Breathe in. Left hand stretches up. You're throwing someone a high five. Bicep is next to the ear. Then we start to kick back the leg. Spine stays straight. I'm kicking at the maximum now. The right shoulder rolling back, opening the shoulder slightly. Then we start to lean forward a bit. Kicking backwards, stretching forward in equal measure. Steady breathing. Grounding down to the left big toe. Lift the arm, bicep next to the ear. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Slowly change. Okay, moving on. Take a big toe stretch. So get your base back to grounding through the right foot. Let's pick up with your 2 fingers the left big toe. So standing leg nice and straight, spine nice and straight. Put your right hand on your hip. Breathe in, breathe out. Straighten the left leg as much as you can. Try and straighten the knee. Steady breathing. Keep the spine straight. Try not to lean forward or lean backward. Standing leg, super strong, straight at the knee. Change. We're going to take this leg out to the side and use the right hand to balance. We're going to try and straighten that left leg at the knee. Getting into the hamstring. Straight spine, keep breathing steadily. Change, back to the center, hand on the hip. Release the foot, going to try and keep that leg nice and straight. Push it out through the ball of the foot and the heel. Change. Bend the knee, put the knee down. We get to do that on the other side. So grounding down now through the left foot, we pick up the right foot. So with the 2 fingers, grab the big toe. Compose yourself. The left leg now becomes really strong and stable. Kick out through the right foot. Keep the spine straight. Try not to lean forward or backward. Could feel very different on this side. I know mine does. We're going to go out to the right. The left hand's going to balance. You can make a mudra with the left hand if you wish. Try and straighten the knee. Change back to the center. Hands on the hips. Kick out through the ball of the foot and through the heel. Try to make the right leg straight. Hold it. Change. Take a breath. Arms by the side, mountain pose. Nice and straight spine. When you stand in mountain pose, just imagine a line going up from your heel, through the hip, through the shoulder, and through the ear. Try and visualize this to help make your spine straight. Change. We'll go for warrior 3 with airplane arms. We start with our feet together. Big toes touch, heels touch, breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out. Step forward with your right foot. Now we're going to go out, forward and down to like a letter T shape, and the arms sweep into airplane wings. So, we push off the left foot, and as we go up, oh, a bit wobbly today, try that again. The arms come back. So we're trying to make the right leg straight at the knee and the left leg straight. Looking slightly up, torso lifts, push back through the big toe again. Try and make that left leg straight, hold it for 3, 2, 1. Step back, hands come back up, and we switch side. This time we step forward with the left foot. My right heel is off the ground, and I just kind of push myself forward. Steady breathing, try and straighten the right leg as much as you can. Breathe, nice deep breaths, open the chest, left leg totally straight, hold it. Change, step backwards, hands up, feet together. Exhale, hands down in prayer. Okay, one more standing balance pose. Eagle. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right hand goes underneath the left. Cross at the elbows. Bring the hands together. Hands can go in prayer, or you can interlock the fingers together. Or if you have really tight shoulders and this isn't possible, just put your hands on your shoulders like this. So one more time, goes like this. The right hand goes under the left. We cross at the elbows. You can just put your hands on your shoulders, or you can put your hands in prayer, or interlock the fingers. Wherever you are, slowly move the arms and elbows up and down. Just start to work into the shoulders. Then pull the elbows down. Squeeze the legs together, sit back into the chair. Suck in the belly, send your tailbone down towards the floor, pick up the right foot. So you can stay here, or you can pick up the right foot. Maybe you cross the thighs, or maybe you can wrap the foot around the calf. Sit back into the chair. Focus on that point again to help you balance steady breathing. If you fall out, you can jump back in. A couple more breaths. Change. Unravel the legs. Unravel the arms. Breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out. This time, left hand goes under the right. Get your arms to wherever they're working for you today. Okay, then slowly move the elbows up and down. Hold them in the down position. Keep the legs pressed together. Suck in the belly, sit back into the chair. This time, if you want, you can stay here, or you can pick up the left foot, over, and maybe wrapping around. Sit down deeper. Try to make a straight line between the elbows and the knees. Breathe steadily, sit back into the chair. Great for working into the elbows, knees, hips, shoulders. Change. Unravel the legs. Press down through the legs. Unravel the arms. Breathe in. Stretch up. Taking it down to the floor, so breathe out, fold forward, like the sun salutation. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step yourself back to high plank. Lower yourself down through a press up. If you can put the knees down if you need, or lower yourself down really slowly. Hover off the ground for a second, and then put your chest on the floor. Keep the hands where they are. We're going straight into cobra. So for this one, the legs squeeze together. So your legs are a cobra tail. They're one solid piece of the body. Keep the feet, knees, legs squeezing together. The toes are pressing into the floor, so your toenails should tap on the ground. So now we're only using core strength. We're going to breathe in. And as we breathe out, we lift up the torso. So you should be able to remove the hands and stay there. Keep pressing the toes into the floor. Your knees should have air underneath them. Keep breathing steadily. Inhale, stretching forwards and upwards. Final breath. Change. Tap your chin on the floor. Now we're going to walk our hands out. 1 or 2 hand paces out to the side. Okay, this time we relax the legs completely. So from the waist down, we are relaxed. Breathe in. Breathe out. Press with your hands into the floor. So we're using arm strength this time to lift the torso. Stretch forward and stretch upwards. Again, relax. Everything from the waist down to the glutes, legs totally relaxed. Steady breathing in and out through the nose. Now we take the elbows in. We take the shoulders down away from the ears. Deep, steady breaths. Feel the air move through the nose. Send that breath down the body towards the feet. And as you exhale, the air moves up from the base of the body, up through the chest, out through the nose. Final breath. And to come out, we exhale and we go forward and down. We put the arms by the side. We're going to turn our head to the right. Okay, gentle way to stretch the neck. Left ear on the floor, just relax everything down into the floor. No tension anywhere in the body. Change. Bring your chin to the center. And take the hands behind the back and interlock the fingers. We're going to zip up the legs like we did in Cobra. Take a breath. On your next inhale, we're going to lift everything up. The legs come up, the arms come up, the torso comes up. Keep squeezing the heels together, squeezing the feet together. Lifting the arms up, breathing steadily in and out through the nose. Hold it. Slowly change. Lower yourself down. Turn your head to the left. Right ear is on the floor. Stop the mic. Again, relax everything down into the ground. Change. Come back to the center. This time, we're going to put our forehead onto the ground. The forehead needs to stay here for the next 3 poses. The arm's going to stretch forward and the legs stretch backward. So diagonal stretch across the back. We start with the right arm and left leg. So stretch forward and upward with the hand, backward and up with the leg. Hold it for 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Change. So switching to the other side. Left arm, right leg. Let's go. Lift. Stretch forward, stretch backward, stretch upward as far as you can. Hold it here. 3, 2, 1. Change. This time, both arms, both legs. Let's go. Stretch forward, stretch backward. It's like someone pulling our hands forward, pulling our legs backward. Really good for the spine. Back strength. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. Change. Arms by the side. We're going to look to the right again. Another stretch for the neck. Change. Coming back to the center here. Ready for bow pose. So for this one, we're going to bend up the knees. If you can't grab the feet, you can use a strap or a belt, something. Just wrap it around the feet or the ankles and hold it with your hands. We're trying to keep the legs parallel, trying to keep the knees hip width apart for this one. So with that in mind, breathe in, breathe out, and then we start to kick the legs back and lift the torso. Kicking back, lifting up. Keeping it in balance. Kicking, lifting. Keep kicking, lifting. Relaxing the shoulders to allow them to open backwards. Looking up, breathing steadily in and out through the nose. Kick and lift. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Change. Turn your head to the left. Relax. Let's go for bow pose one more time. Okay, we bend the legs, reach back, grab the feet. After the exhale, kick back the legs, lift up. Try and keep the knees in. Don't let the legs come out to the side. Roll the shoulders back, look up, kick back and lift. Kick back and lift. Try and relax the face. Breathe steadily, hold it. 3, 2, 1. Change. Lower down, look to the right. Even out the neck. Look to the other side, looking to the left so your right ear is on the floor. Change. Chin back to the middle, hand on the ground. And you can use a press up, or you can keep your knees on the floor, lift ourselves up into high plank. Take the knees down. Next one we're going to is camel. So first we want to check that we have good back strength. Anyone with back problems, I would avoid this. You could go back and do another cobra. So we're going to first lean back, come back upright. Okay, as long as that's fine, there's no pain, no issues, we go on to the next step. Breathe in, make the spine nice and long. Breathe out, lean backward. We're going to take the hands down and grab the heels. 1, 2. Next, I'm thinking about pushing my belt buckle forward, so the middle of my waistline. I'm driving forward. Start to lean my head back, roll the shoulders back slightly, open the chest, push forward with control, push forward the waistline. Breathe. We go out the same way we went in. We put the hands on the lower back and push ourselves up. Next, I want to lay down in Shavasana. Okay, short Savasana. Just lay on your back. Palms open towards the ceiling. Your heels can be together and the feet can drop out. Or if you prefer, the feet can be slightly wider apart. Important thing is just relax everything down into the floor. Okay, change. We're going to bring ourselves up into a seated position. So I've got a block here. I've also got a belt or a strap. So it's always good to experiment using the block. unless you really know you don't need it. You can just help to lift the hips slightly. Get the hips higher than the knee, makes these forward bends easier. So I'm using a strap today because my shoulders have been a little tight. I've been doing a lot of kettlebells and things. If you don't have a strap, we're going to go in like this. We're going to breathe in, make the spine long, and then we're going to breathe out and grab into the fingers on the ball of the foot. If you have the strap, you're going to place a strap on the ball of the foot. So both methods, spine nice and straight, suck in the belly. The knee can be slightly bent. And then we're trying to get connection with the belly and the thigh. So all the time thinking about keeping straight spine. So if you get your belly on the thigh, then next your head will come down somewhere near the knee. So maybe your knee needs to be bent like this. It doesn't matter whether you're here or whether you're here. You're working with your own body. And over time, we can try and straighten this leg. So if you have connection, you can start to straighten the leg. When you feel the belly starting to leave, that's when you stop. And you go back to the breath. Might feel good to close the eyes, really focus on what's happening in the leg back here in the hamstring. Also focus on the shape of your spine, trying to keep the spine straight. We want to avoid curling down. Slowly change. Come back up right. Next we're going to go for half cow. Okay, to do this one we're going to pick up this foot and place it on the outside of the knee. Next I want to get this knee down towards this knee. The way I do that is by sliding forward. Okay, straight spine. Both sit bones are on the ground. Now we're going to forward fold. So I'm feeling a little stiff today, so my hands are going to go behind the back here. And I'm going to focus on keeping my spine straight. So you should feel this. I feel it towards the top of the left leg and the hamstring. I feel it anywhere along this leg. Could also feel it in the right side. Straight spine. Inhales, lengthen the spine. Exhales, we fold down. If you can keep a straight spine, maybe you can grab your foot if you're a little more flexible today. Change. Okay, now we're going to pick up this foot that's crossed over and place it next to the outside of the knee for a seated spine twist. Okay, we want to keep a straight spine. The right hand posts at the base of the spine to keep the spine straight. The left hand we breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, twist to the right, hook the elbow on the knee. So we take 3 breaths now. With the inhales, we lengthen up. And with the exhales, we push the elbow into the knee and twist round to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Hold it. Slowly change, release, come back to the center. Let's do all that on the other side. Okay, I'm going to adjust my position so you can see a little bit more what I'm doing. Okay, this time the right leg is stretched out in front of us. If you don't have a strap, you can breathe in, stretch up and make the spine grow this way. Otherwise, we're going to use our strap. Spine long, Breathe out, forward, fold. Okay, it could feel very different on this side. Just listen to your body, don't try and expect it to be the same as the first side. So I had leg day yesterday, so I'm feeling pretty stiff here. So I'm just going to work with a bent knee this morning. Keep sucking in the belly. Keep breathing steadily. Forehead relaxed. Keep the jaw relaxed. If it's painful, you back out. So every pose shouldn't be painful. A little uncomfortable maybe, discomfort is part of the process, but the pain shouldn't feature. Steady breathing. Change, release, back up right. Half cow, going to pick up the left foot, place it outside the right knee. Now I'm pulling the right foot more towards the right hip. I go into it like this, I lift myself up and slide forward, brings the knee down and slide to the right hip, the right foot backwards. Okay, straight spine, suck in the belly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. So again, I'm going to keep my hands behind my back and keep the straight spine. If you're feeling more flexible in the forward bend and you can keep a straight spine, you can try and grab interlock fingers on the ball of the foot. Steady breathing as always. Trying to focus on wherever we feel the tension and release the tension as you exhale. Final breath. Change. So we're going to slide the left foot to the outside of the right knee for the spine twist. Left hand post at the base of the spine. Keep the spine nice and straight. Right hand, breathe in, stretch up. Lengthen the spine up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist to the left, hook the right elbow on the left knee. 3 breaths going into this stretch. Let's go. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Everything twists around to the left. Hold it. Release. Slowly come back to the center. Okay, this time both legs straight in front. I'm going to grab the big toes with our 2 fingers. Keep the knees slightly bent. Okay, again, we're trying to get that connection between the belly and the thighs with a straight spine. The inhales make space and lengthen the spine. The exhales allow us to relax, fold down into the space we just made. Relax the shoulders down and back away from the ears. Keep the breath moving steadily, keep sucking in the belly. So again, it could be that your knees are bent like this. Or you could be super bendy this way, in which case you have your belly on the thighs, your chest around the knees, and your face would be somewhere heading towards the shins. So don't feel bad if your knees are really bent. Everybody should be a little different. And day to day you might be different as well. No medals in yoga. It's not a competition. Guys, we're looking for a little bit of progress every time we practice. But if for whatever reason there is no progress, then we're happy with that as well. Final breath here. Change. Let go of the feet. We're going to bring the feet together now. So bring the heels as close to the hips as you can. Butterfly or diamond shape with the feet. Cobbler pose. I'm going to turn so you guys can see what I'm doing. So again, it might feel good to sit on a cushion or a block at this point. Soles of the feet together. Spine straight. Suck in the belly. Using your thumb to open the soles of the feet like a book, which rotates the hip out. Press your elbows into the thighs. Go back to the breath. Two more breaths. Change. Going to bring the knees together. And we're going to go and meet at all fours. Do some hip openers. Okay, so we're on all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Hips nice and square, shoulders nice and square. We're going to start by taking the right knee towards the right wrist. There we go. Now we're going to slide the right foot towards the left wrist. We just kind of pivot the foot in this kind of semicircle there. Okay, my foot right now is about 45 degrees. Maybe yours would go to 90 degrees, or maybe it's somewhere back here. Wherever your foot goes, it's where it is. It's where you're working with today. So next step, we're going to slide the left foot backwards. Slide the left knee, left foot backwards, which starts to move the right hip down towards the floor. Suck in the belly, focus on the right hip. Breathe through the nose. Send the breath down the body to the right hip. So you can stay here, but if you feel your hip moving down towards the floor, then you can start to take your torso down as well. Trying to keep a straight spine here. So if you notice your spine is really rounded, maybe you need to come back up. So breathing in, sending the air into the hip. We try and focus on the tension. Notice where it's tight. With each exhale, try and release the tension. Might feel good to make a little pillow for your head. If your hip is down on the floor, you can straighten out your arms and put your head on the ground. If your hip has still space underneath it and the floor, stay up on the forearms slightly. Okay. Steady breathing. Relax the face, relax the forehead, shoulders, neck, jaw. Each exhale, try and loosen off that hip joint. Wherever it's tight, just try and let go of the tightness. Just a few more breaths here. It can be good to close the eyes and help you relax more. Start to think about coming out. So back on the forearms. Back onto the hands. Next we walk the left foot in. Left foot, left knee slide in. And then right foot, right knee slide out. Back onto all fours. Couple of breaths here, just squaring off the hips, squaring off the shoulders, and then we switch sides. So left knee goes towards the left wrist. We slide that left foot towards the right wrist. Okay, the hips are still square. If you've noticed that your hips are twisted or turned somehow, try and level them off. And then slide the right foot back. Right foot, right knee slides back. The left hip starts going down towards the floor. We start to suck in the belly and really focus on the left hip. We start to send the breath down there. So breathing in, breathing out. So you can stay here the whole time if that feels good, or you can start to go down if the hip starts moving down. Just got this circular flow of air coming through the nose, down to the hip, and as you exhale, circulates back up through the torso and back out the nose, taking out with it the stress and tension. Good to close the eyes, really focus on what's happening in the hip joint. Try and pinpoint the location of the tightness and release that tightness as you exhale. If it becomes painful, of course, you can back off, come back onto the hands. Again, it could feel very different on this side. Just be aware of that and accept it. Steady breathing, stay with that circular flow of energy moving through the body. Just a few more breaths here. Just think about coming out, back onto the forearms, back onto the hands, nice and slowly. Step on the right toes, slide the right knee in, slide the left foot and left knee out. Back onto all fours, going into dragon lunge next. Again, square off the hips, square off the shoulders, everything's level. Let's begin. We're going to step the right foot on the outside of the hands. So we're trying to get the knee above the ankle. From the side, it looks like this. It can be behind the ankle or above the ankle. Try not to have it in front of the ankle. It puts a lot of pressure on the knee. So here we are. Next we're going to slide that left knee backwards and start to take the right hip down towards the floor. Okay, I'm going to need a block on this side. Again, you can use a block or a cushion. Breathe. So again, we send the breath into that right hip. Okay, maybe you can bring your forearms down. Trying to keep the foot flat. Maybe it's got a tendency to lift off, in which case you might need to back off a little bit, but it's not the end of the world if it lifts off slightly like this. If that's the only way you can get it to work, don't worry. Steady breathing, focusing on the hip joint, releasing the tension with the exhales. Trying to keep a straight spine here. If you're really curling down, you might need to come back up again. Keep that spine straight. Two more breaths. Think about coming out back to the hands, sliding the right foot out, back to all fours. Square off the hips, square off the shoulders. We go to the other side, so left foot comes forward. Then we start to slide the right knee backwards. The left hip starts working its way down towards the ground. The knee is above the ankle, spreading the weight evenly across the left foot. Going into the breath. really focusing on the left hip joint. When we feel things starting to relax in the hip joint, the hip moves down. We can think about taking our arms, forearms down, maybe onto a block or cushion, or maybe you can get them down onto the floor. Again, it's not a race, not a competition. Listen to your own body. Steady breathing in and out through the nose. Send that breath down the body into the hip and back out as you exhale. Two more breaths here. Slowly think about coming out back onto the hands. And then removing the left foot back. We're going into Shavasana one more time. So just laying down flat on your back on the ground. Relax everything down into the floor. So your arms aren't touching anything beside the floor. Same with the legs. Close the eyes. Okay, keep the chin slightly tucked into the chest, which stretches out the back of the neck. And in Shavasana, you just lay completely still. Try and keep a clear mind. You can just focus on the breathing or maybe how you feel. Okay, with the eyes open, we're going to bend up the right knee. We interlock the fingers on the knee, pull the knee into the chest. The left leg is stretched out. Steady breathing, keep pulling the knee in. To go a step further, we drop the knee out to the right side and go around the rib cage, pull the knee more into the shoulder. One more breath. Squeeze the knee and slowly, gently release. Straighten both legs and let's switch sides. So left knee, interlock the fingers on the kneecap and start to pull that knee in towards the chest. The right leg is straight out in front of us. To go a step further, drop the knee out to the side and pull it more towards the shoulder. Keep the face and forehead relaxed, shoulders, neck relaxed. The core, the glutes, the right leg should be relaxed down into the floor. One more squeeze and release, straighten both legs. So now we're going to take up both knees. You can either just put your hands on your knees and pull them in, or we try and wrap the arms around, grab our own elbows. Pull both knees into the chest. Head is on the floor, chin into the chest. If that's hard for you to do, you can put a pillow underneath the head. So if your head is not on the floor, put something underneath it to support the neck. Suck in the belly, squeeze the knees into the chest. Think about flattening your tailbone down towards the ground. Change, release the knees. Going to make a bridge pose. So press the hands down into the floor. Okay, I'm going to change my position here. Press down and lift the hips. Important to try and relax the glutes and hamstrings. So the back of the legs, totally relaxed. Trying to get the muscles on the top half of the body to do the work here. Steady breathing, pressing down through the toes, through the feet into the floor. Change. Okay, next we're going to go into happy baby. So you send your feet up towards the sky. You can grab the big toes, or you can reach through the inside and grab the outside of the feet. We stack the ankles above the knees, pull down on the feet. Chin into chest, head on the floor. Again, you might need a block or a cushion for your head. Steady breathing, keep the belly sucked in, keep pulling down on the feet. Relax the face, head. Okay, let's focus on the tailbone again. Sucking in the belly, try and send the tailbone more towards the floor. So flattening out the base of the spine, where it goes into the hips. Final breath. Change. Okay, this time grab the big toes for straddle. Okay, straighten out the legs. Again, head on the floor, chin into chest, steady breathing, stay relaxed. Okay, next I bring the feet together and roll backwards. I'm going to put my toes on the floor. Okay, you can stay here or you can bring the hands behind, interlock the fingers and put your hands, forearms on the ground. Okay, next I try and lock out the knees, pressing forward with the heels. So feel that in the hamstrings. Steady breathing, keep the face relaxed. Jiu-jitsu guys, feels like you're being stacked past. Change. Okay, get really gently with control. Roll a few times. Little massage for the spine on the floor. Can also go side to side if that feels good. Change. Okay, back onto the mat. Lay in Shavasana for 2 breaths. Supine spine twist, going to bend the right knee. Put the right big toe behind the left kneecap. Next, I'm going to take the left hand, put it on the right knee. I roll over to my left. Watch my hips. I bump them slightly to the right. That keeps my leg, torso in a straight line. Okay, next I'm going to take my right hand, palm down, shoulder height. Get it on the floor and look at the hand. Then gently press on the knee with the left hand. Relax everything down into the floor. Nice deep breaths here. Super relaxation mode. No tension anywhere in the body. Just feel a little bit in the hip on the right side as you press on that knee. Change, release the knee, come back to the center with everything. Lay flat on the back. Both legs stretched out and then we switch sides. So we bend the left knee, put the left big toe behind the right kneecap. The right hand goes on the left knee. Now I'm going to start to twist over to the right. And again, I'm going to bump my hips really slightly to the left. There, I've got a nice straight line up the body. Left hand's going to go palm down, shoulder height. I look at the left hand and then I put a little bit of pressure through the hand on the knee. Go back to the breath. Relax everything into the floor. Final little push with the right hand. Gentle squeeze. And let go. Into Shavasana, laying flat on the back, both legs stretched out. Heels touch, toes drop out to the side, knuckles down on the floor, palms open towards the ceiling. Chin tucked slightly into the chest, so the back of the neck is stretched out straight. Just relax. Stay connected to the breath. Circular flow of breath coming through the nose. As you inhale, it inhales down towards the belly. Send the breath towards the feet. Follow it down to where it ends, and then as you exhale, follow it back up through the chest and out through the nose. Avoid the temptation to move any part of the body. Total body relaxation. If you find tension anywhere, just let go. The jaws, eyes, forehead are relaxed, side of the face. Work your way down the body, shoulders, neck, chest, along the arms, elbows, forearms, through the hand and fingers, everything totally relaxed. Then work your way down through the chest, hips, glutes, legs, all the way down, as slowly as you like. Cross all the toes and feet. Just check that everything is relaxed. Just lay still, silent in Shavasana. So you can lay here as long as you like. The longer the better. So I'm going to leave you here, breathing, relaxing by yourself. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the session. Happy to receive any feedback. Okay, wish you all a great day. Happiness and healthiness to all. Namaste.